It was kind of cute. Michael just called. So he left and then called saying that that he was worried that I would think he wasn't being supportive and that I would be angry with him for not being supportive. And one of the things I said to him was like, I think it was actually good. It was good that this happened because I realized I don't need him to see it. I don't need another person to validate my vision because I have faith in it. I also realized that I did tell him, it's like, I have to keep reminding myself that Devil's Mountain is not my vision, it is our vision. Michael is the one that came up with the original story. He is the one that will be creating his character. I'm creating my character, and I'm creating... That's part of it, is I am creating a lot of it, and I have been shutting him out of the creative process. I need to make sure he is involved because, it is his story. It started with his story. I'm adding a lot to it, and I need to make sure that I keep my ego out of it. I can see how that happens. I can see how that happens. If you have your vision, here's what you want, and you show up and someone's like, well, that's not how I want to play. I want to play this way. And you can either say, no, I have my vision and that's it, and that's the only way I'm playing, or you can say, well, this is unexpected, let's see where it goes. I think that's probably more fun. And like I was saying earlier, it seems like a lot less work. So if I can say, Michael, I think this is what I want, let's see what you actually bring to it, and go. We're going to do some filming. There's going to be actual actors in it that I have to hire for, and I will pay them to do like sections. I'm thinking news broadcast reports, like a typical thing where they're always done so poorly though. I guess that is when I see most films, the end product just looks so fast. Like they didn't take the time to... It is like small details. Like when I'm thinking Phoenix, the one Phoenix Lights project movie I was watching. Shit, I'm looking up the name. Again, it's one of the movies I'm looking at. The level of quality I'm looking at. Phoenix Forgotten. It's a 2017 movie, Phoenix Forgotten. It's a type of that's the quality level I'm aiming at. I think I can achieve that level of film. I think that level of film, there's some parts of it that could be just a little bit better if the coloration, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking at the way it's colored. Some parts are really, really strong. Some parts are okay. So it's not the best found footage film ever made, but it is unique. I like the part of it does feel more like an actual documentary, and part of it is found footage. I like that part. Some of the experts overact, but that's what I was thinking. I could have my actor friends hey, here's what I'm looking at. My direction to you is just... I guess I could do that. I could actually fucking direct them and say, here, what I would like is just this, and do a couple takes, send me what you've got, and then I could probably just use that and pay them for it, and it's nice and simple. I was thinking about the movie Host, brilliant film, such a brilliant film, filmed during the pandemic in isolation, individual people filming their own performances, joined together afterwards. I can fucking do that. I can do that. Because all I have to do is actor friend, here's what I want you to do. Film yourself for a bit, here are your beats, go, and I will edit it afterwards to make it look like we knew what we were doing. I know that type of film I'm looking at, I think I can do. The more I look at the individual tasks involved, the easier it becomes to say, yeah, I can actually do that. I mean, the idea of like making a movie sounds big, but I can. One thing I can do is look at templates for storyboards. That's a task. That's doable. I can do that. And once I've got a template for storyboard, fill it. Okay. After as you're filling it, make adjustments. Like, well, you might say, well, I thought I liked this template, but it's not working. I might try another one. And they're just individual tasks. And if you focus on those individual tasks, movie making isn't that. It's a big undertaking. It's a project, but it's not hard. Like it's actually really common. And that's, I think, the thing that Michael was saying is like, if it's so easy, why isn't everyone doing it? Everyone is doing it. Lots of people are doing this because it's doable. I mean, everyone has like a cell phone in their hands. The new iPhone has a fucking amazing camera. High quality, like you could use that and import it into video editing software. You don't even need to buy a camera anymore. You've got your phone, and your iPhone connects to your Mac, which you can load with really good software. I look at Bo Burnham's Inside, what he accomplished over the course of 1 year in a room. I won't be in a room. I can go spend a couple weeks in the woods, maybe longer. I'm probably gonna have to spend longer in the woods, but principal shooting will be 7, maybe a couple days, maybe a couple weekends. Maybe that might be easier for people's schedules. Say, hey, I've got like this day for this people, this day for this people. This, maybe I can do that. A couple weekends. I'm only gonna need like if I have 10 hours of actor video, and 10 hours of film stock footage, and maybe an hour of, that's what I can do. In Blair, that's something I wanted to add in. Blair Witch, part of the reason it worked so well, there was a fake documentary. There was a fake documentary about the Blair Witch, and I want to create a fake documentary about Devil's Mountain, which I, using the footage. So if I do it properly, here's the thought. So the footage that I'm filming for Devil's Mountain, part of it I can use to create a fake documentary that I can then put in with real facts. Maybe here's another thought. Maybe I am doing I'm thinking something differently. Maybe I didn't move to Windsor to escape celebrity. Maybe I'm here working on a show. And that actually makes it so much easier to market too. I am still a former child star. Obviously that makes sense, but I've been hired to do now I'm the host of a Canadian TV show about weird phenomena. And I can do clips about weird phenomena in Windsor. There's lots. That is originally what I planned to do, as I'm remembering. Originally, I had planned to do a series of, I'm in Windsor on this assignment, here's some of the weird things that happens in Windsor. I can talk about the UFO. Oh, that's perfect, actually. I can talk about the UFO that showed up in 1978. That can be one segment, and the other segment can be about Devil's Mountain, and then we'll focus on. This is what I think this might work. I can go to Michael and say, here's what I'm going to do. I am the host of this show. I've come to Windsor to do a few segments. I'm going to do a segment on UFOs in Windsor, a segment on the mysterious fires in Windsor, because there is this weird thing in Windsor. We have higher levels of fires than other places. And the third thing will be about Devil's Mountain, and I'll be interviewing Michael's character, who will, as a child, which I can't believe I insulted him with that stupid OnlyFans story. The whole thing was, he was a child, he was a child that ran away and something bad happened to him at Devil's Mountain. That's very different than how am I doing a music video though? Okay, so that's why I'm here in Windsor. But what I'm also doing is I'm trying to break out of this. I'm tired of just being a TV host, because it's the money is not stable. Again, we can ground it in reality. So again, I'm recently divorced. I've lost my house. Recently divorced. I lost my house. I need steady income so that I can get a mortgage, but the job I'm having it's just not paying enough to get a mortgage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release a new album. I haven't released music in a long time, but it's a way for me to hopefully tell people there's more to me than just being a TV host. But if nothing else, I just want to make money. And streaming services are an extra source of income. That's the thing. As a creative person, you have to hustle so much. Like, you don't make a lot of money doing this, so while you're doing this, have passive income from over here. And while you're making money doing this, invest in you have to hustle so much. So maybe I do have to get a bit more clear about the vision. So again, Michael's character is integral. He is the survivor of something bad that happened in the woods. I do want to put in my music videos too. Maybe I have here's what we can do. Maybe he's dead set against singing and dancing, but I want him to be singing and dancing. There's going to be a fucking musical number, because it's possible this might be, maybe I will never get the chance to direct another horror movie again. And if M. Night Shyamalan can have a fucking rap song at the end of that atrocity that was that visit thing he did, I can put in a musical number too. And I really need, it's just a way to cross-market at the orgy. And at the orgy doesn't really work in Alien Brain Fog. And I think it would be fun. But again, I think change the character. So I'm in Windsor, I'm in the area because I'm on a travel show. I just need someone to be the camera person. So in that case, I'm going to have to spend more time in front of the camera. Or, no, I can actually put a lampshade on that. Put a lampshade on the fact that I'm not even being paid enough to hire a camera person. That I have to pretend that I'm talking to a camera person, because the company, this is a little bit of a dig, but the organization, the channel that I'm working for, hasn't given me enough money for an assistant. They've given me just enough money so that I can travel around the world and film things and survive. I can put a lampshade on that I have no money, and that I don't even have enough for a photographer, and then I've got to put a lampshade on that. Other people hold my phone and crap like that, or put it in other places. I see people doing that on documentaries where it's very clear that that's all they're doing, is they're just talking to their own camera in their own room, but they're pretending they're talking to someone else. I could put a lampshade on that too, so maybe it seems like when I'm clipping to something that I'm talking to myself, but then have somebody actually be there, because I do want to have that ending I think the ending I've got right now is that, again, it might not work. The ending I've got is I'm being questioned, and I tell people, it's like, and I'm being questioned, it turns out that I'm currently in hell, and I say that, well, I've lived up to my end of the bargain. I've done what I needed to do. It's time for me to go back and do what you've promised me I can do. You promised me I would get rich and famous if I did this. Let me back up, let me be rich and famous. And then I'm going to say, by the way, I need Michael back because I promised him he was going to be in the music video. And then clip. So then the screen goes black. It's like, do you want to see the music video? Do you really want to see the music video? And then me at a piano of some sort saying, well, I know you're all here wondering. And then I can go into the music video for that. And I can film some parts of the music video during the movie. I won't have time to create the music in time for the movie though, so I have to film the dance scenes before. I write the music for the song. So what I'm going to tell people is the same beats as Thriller. It's the same beats per minute as Thriller, so I'm just going to have people say, I'm going to create really easy choreography for Thriller. I will then edit it to the song for the movie. It's really simple, but I'm going to create easy choreography so that people can do it without any. What I'm hoping to do is the day of the big shoot, everyone's like, everyone come here. I'm paying for lunch. I'm going to have this much food here. If you show up, you will be in the music video. You will be in the music video. You will be in the movie. I won't be paying people, but hey, just show up. But again, to say something, I don't want the entire world showing up, but I can say, hey, the first 30 people that show up will get free food. And then I could just, have doing something simple like, I do have to do choreography. And maybe it will be really horrible, but I think it might work. Okay, I think that's it for today. The really shitty thing about, and I'm just learning, I'm really getting this now. The crappy thing about making your art your life is you can't turn it off. When does your day stop? Because all I want to do now is go back to working at my tasks, and I still have so much work to do on just naming tasks, let alone putting them in priority and building dependencies. But I don't have to finalize that. I do need to start working on the damn script though. So tomorrow I will be looking at templates for script, finalizing a list of characters. Cassie has said that she wants to be in the movie. That's perfect. There's a woman on Facebook. I don't even know who she is, but she said she wanted to be in it. One of James's friends in Toronto was just in a play. I can ask her if she wants to be in something. And again, I can just tell her like she can be somebody's mother, or I can never be an agent. Again, I just need. It would be 5 minutes of her on screen, and like, hey, if you want to be in a movie, could you do this? If you could do this, I will put you in the movie. I can ask for favors, and I think I won't have to pay everybody. And what I can tell people is, I may not be able to pay you, but if this makes any money, here's how much I will pay you. I'll ask them, call in some favors. And that's the thing about, it would be nice if I could pay everybody. But I can pay some people, and I can pay for the costumes. Not a ton of costumes, but Michael wants a muskrat in it. I kept telling him, I was like, Michael, are you sure you want a muskrat as the monster? He's like, his literal response was, I think muskrats are underrepresented. I think what might be fucking amazing is if we just go with that. Michael is very convinced that he was attacked by a muskrat monster at Devil's Mountain. And that's what we're investigating, is it's just a fucking muskrat monster. We can actually have reenactments. Oh my god, that's perfect. I will have reenactments. I will get like a good muskrat costume that's like scary and one that's like ridiculous. And I will have the reenactments done with someone that's really ridiculous. Like, that makes sense. I can say, like, I need someone that will put on this costume. Like, I know it's ridiculous, but it's all we have the budget for. And, you know, put a lampshade on that. I can make it very meta, talking about the process of making a film, make that meta, and put a lampshade on it. I will need the multiple cameras, so I will have this camera filming us as we're filming the movie with my camera. And again, I can say that that's the whole joke, is that because they haven't given me a lot of money for props, I have to, like, everything is my own. Like, I have to pay for all of it myself. And I can apologize, like, I'm sorry that the costume looks bad, but it's the best I could come up with, and we just gotta be creative. And I can have us going through the woods, and as we're going through the woods, something weird happens. Something weird happens. We're like, I know that it's a really bad one, but this is all I have the budget for, so just go with it. And try to make it as irreverent and as fun as possible, but then we stumble upon something that is bad. And that's something where I can be tricky. So if I put a lampshade on the fact that I don't have big money for big special effects, well then, if I actually spend money on any special effects, it will look like, what the fuck? He said he didn't have money for special effects. The shadow monster effect should be pretty cheap to do with, and easy to do with film editing. Time consuming, simple. The way that I'm doing anyway. Muskrat monster will be good. So I can do UFOs, I can do a segment on that. I can do a segment on the wildfires in Windsor. I don't know about that. That might be harder to do. I need to find that fucking book on Weird Windsor. I think Rob might have taken it. But I had this thing where it was like all these weird events that happened in Windsor. Oh, actually, I'll make that part of the movie. I can make it part of me doing the movie will be me researching all the weird things that happened in Windsor. I can film me doing the research and film me talking about the research, and that is part of the film footage that I can then edit into the film. I'm thinking about making up something about the jail. Windsor's jail looks really fucking creepy. So I think if I take my camera over there and do some shots around there, it'll look creepy. I know what I can do. Put a lampshade on my own fucking books. And I can go to Ojibwe Park and talk. Some people have said that there's a portal at Ojibwe that leads to a different dimension. And then, maybe I can even, yeah, I can do that. Because that'll put a lampshade, that'll help me market my own books. Portal in the woods, and I can actually have the person like, yeah, I went and there was this like waterfall and there's like, it looked like there was 2 moons in the sky, and just have the person go off on that. Because that's what happens in Council of Peacocks, is one of my characters does that. Puts it in the same world. Oh, I love that. So my character, yeah, I think that's a better character. I am trying to be a pop star. It allows for more social commentary on the commerce of making art. That I made a lot of money as a child. I made money for other people, but I don't reap the benefits of all that money. And I have to carry the fame with me, but that fame doesn't pay bills. It just means that I can get into some rooms. Like, I can say that I wouldn't have gotten this job if I wasn't famous. If I didn't have a level of fame, I wouldn't be a TV producer. Or if I didn't have a level of fame, I wouldn't have been asked to be a television producer. But my fame is only enough to get me a gig on, I need to come up with a fake television station. It's maybe a like cable network or something, because I don't want to piss off any real networks. I'll make up a fake streaming service. yeah, just make a fake streaming service, create a name, say they give me a certain number, or maybe it's a channel. A television channel makes more service. Yeah, it's a television channel has given me a certain amount of money to make a documentary on weird sites across Canada. I can talk about, oh, yeah, weird sites in Canada. I can just do that. Then I can focus on the one in Windsor. And then the nice thing is that maybe people like it. Maybe somebody will hire me to do that because I could do that. Travel around Canada to talk about weird places. Again, if I set it up with the expectation that I am, it's just a found footage horror film, right? That's everyone knows those. We're gonna go and everyone might think that it's the UFOs, and then one think that it could be the muskrats. I think that sounds fun. Writing is such a weird thing. Part of writing is like on paper, but part of it is all in your head. Like I'm sitting there and I feel like I'm not being productive when what I'm doing is I'm creating an entire universe in my head, which feels like it should be productive. Like that's something that a lot of people can't do, but I can do it, and I'm doing it. I'm going to write this script. I'm going to hopefully not hopefully, I'm going to get people that are going to act in it. It's like the fucking craziest thing. Like there's a part of me that keeps thinking it has to be harder than this. But actors want to work. There's always actors that want to work. There's actors that want to be in good stuff. And I'm not asking them for favors. I'm like, hey, can you do this job? If not, fine, I'll get someone else to do it. Because I will be able to find somebody that will be willing to read words on paper and get paid money to do that. And then as I get more money, I can get better actors. Or as I get more money, I can pay my actors better. That would be a better way to say that. If I get more money, I can pay my actors better. I would love to be a patron of the arts. That would be the coolest thing in the world for me to be able to use my money to help other people make art. But first, I need to make money. So, first step. First step is turning off the recording camera, relaxing for the rest of the night, and then tomorrow, hopefully the money has been released. Hopefully the money is released so that I can pay off my debt, order the equipment that I need, get started. But if not, then I can focus on screenplay. So the last thing I'm doing before I stop tonight, I'm going to turn this off. I will find this screenplay I have for Storm of the Century. It's a lot more writing than I'll have, but it will give me format and will help me because again I can use that. I have the screenplay storyboard. It's like it'll help, and you only have to show me how to do something once, and then I can do it. I just have to see if I have the talent to back up my words now.